Good morning, student. Last class we had started about the life process. Today we are going to continue that same. As you people are knowing, there is a typical characteristics of living organism. The first important characteristic is your nutrition. Each and every living organism depends on food material, and on the basis of that, the mode of nutrition depends. Second one, metabolism process. Metabolism process includes both catabolic as well as the anabolic process. Catabolic process, the breakdown process of complex food material into simpler one, and anabolic also means the recreation of their simpler particles into the complex one. Reproduction is another important characteristics of each and every living organism. In this, the organism is going to reproduce the offsprings, and they may be alike or they may be dissimilar from their parents. Transportation, by the help of the blood capillaries, by arteries and veins, the food is going to be transported into various parts of the body. Respiration, the oxygen is going to be intake by the body, and after that it will be circulated throughout the body. Then excretion, a specific excretory organ is developed in our body that is known as your anus. Then children, certain important characteristics of life process is given. The first important point is your growth. What is growth? Each and every organism is having the capability to reproduce. That is, one cell is going to divide into 2 and 4 and 6 and 18 and so on. That process will be carried out. So, up till its maturity it will divide, and after that what happens? It will start declining its growth, and a time will come, it will come to its aging stage and it will die. Next process, your digestion. In digestion, there is a breakdown of complex food particle into simpler one by the help of the enzymes and other chemical process, and during that time a large amount of energy will be released out. Respiration, in that what happens? In presence of oxygen, the food is going to be oxidized, and what will happen? It will be circulated throughout the body. That is, by the help of the breathing process, the oxygen will be intake, and then it will be circulated with the help of the blood throughout the body. Circulation, by the help of the blood capillaries, the circulation process will be carried out. Okay, both arteries and veins will be responsible. Arteries are responsible for carrying the oxygenated blood, and veins are responsible to carry the deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body to the heart. Excretion. The excretion process is going to be carried out by the help of the small intestine and large intestine, and at last by the help of the anus it will be excreted out. Here children see the mode of nutrition for both plants and animals. It had been shown in the ray diagram. When we talk about the plants, they are autotrophs, so they can prepare their own foods by the help of the process of photosynthesis. But when we talk about the animals, they are totally heterotrophs and they depends on other for their food purpose, especially on the plants. Digestion, children. What is actually the definition of digestion? Digestion is a process where we are going to break down the complex food particle in presence of oxygen into simpler one, and a large amount of energy will be utilized. As you can see the children, here the figure of your digestive system. From mouth, we will have the salivary gland, and that will be responsible for the digestion of the carbohydrate food particles. And esophagus, one thin tube-like structure, 25 centimeter long length will be there. Then liver is there, stomach is there, gallbladder, pancreas, large intestine, small intestine, rectum, anus. Rectum is the part of your large intestine, and appendix, you have heard about the appendix pain. This appendix is generally a vestigial organ which is not at all having any use inside our body. But during certain infection, it may swell up and you may have the appendix pain, and sometime it had been operated also to remove out from the body. Let us see the mouth. Mouth is responsible for the chewing of the food. As you people are knowing very well, from your childhood you people had heard that chew the food properly, then only you eat it up. Why that particular thing is going to be said? Because the saliva consists of an enzyme known as your salivary amylase, which will be responsible for the decomposition of carbohydrate there itself in the mouth. Esophagus, one thin tube-like structure is there, long tube-like structure, and there the churning movement is going to take place by the peristalsis. That is, small movement is going to take place. That's why when you are engulfing the bolus, That food will be chewed up in the mouth, and by the help of the neck it will be moved further. Then stomach is going to be blend everything because it is having acidic in nature. Liver consists of a bile, green color liquid, which is secreted by the breakdown of the fat. When the fat is going to be decomposed or digested, then the fat, that green color thing is going to be secreted out. Then different types of enzymes are present in your pancreas, which are responsible for the digestion purpose. The next one, children, small intestine. After this all process, the food will go to the small intestine. Again, there will be villi will be there, finger-like projection. That finger-like projection is going to reabsorb the food, and if any nutrient material is still left, then it will be reutilized, and after that, that digested food is going to pass in the large intestine. There again, more and more amount of water is going to be utilized. After that, what happened? Again, reabsorption process will be carried out. Minerals, salts, and whatever the nutritive material will be there, that will be reabsorbed in the large intestine, and at last, by the help of the anus, it will be excreted out. The next one, accessory organ. Here in this accessory organ, what it is given, the mouth is there. As you people are knowing, in mouth we are having the teeth and saliva is there. By the help of teeth, the food is going to be chewed up, and by the help of the saliva, they will provide the moisture. And it consists of salivary gland, which is having different enzymes, especially the salivary amylase. Then pancreas, this is having one passage, that food is going to be passed from that, because it is having one lid like structure which helps the food pipe and the windpipe to separate it out. Otherwise, we will have one reflex action. Okay, children. Then esophagus is also one organ. Already we had seen. Stomach is also an organ. It consists of highly acidic in nature, that is HCl will be present in large quantity, which will be responsible for the digestion purpose. That is below 4.5 pH is there inside the stomach. Then after that, large intestine is there, that consists of waste material in the form of stone also. Sometimes you have heard about the kidney stone and this and that. That may also occur by the particular filtration, during filtration only. That's why doctor used to ask you to drink more and more water. Okay. Then small intestine is also organ. It will be responsible for the digestion purpose, especially protein, carbohydrate and other materials. Rectum is basically a part of large intestine. Anus will be excretory portion. Then children, liver consists of your bile pigment, which will be responsible for the decomposition of the fatty like substances. Okay, children. Then gallbladder generally consists of all the you can say that the toxic material of your body. Then pancreas is also connected with the small intestine, and it is also responsible for the neutralizing purpose, because you people are knowing that the food is very acidic in stomach. So that acidic food, it will be neutralized by the help of your pancreas. Again, children, that same thing is given here. Mouth, breaking up of this and that. Then salivary gland, enzymes will be there. Okay. Pancreas, solent portion will be the esophagus, transportation purpose, gallbladder, stores. Then after that, anus, and so on. You can go through once. Then, when we talk about the oral cavity, that is by the help of the mouth, we are going to consume the food, and that food is going to be decomposed by the salivary amylase into smaller particles. Next one, stomach. Stomach consists of so many gastric juices. That gastric juices may be having the highly concentrated of acidic substances, that is as HCl will be present in more and more quantity. Okay, that's why for longer time duration, if you people are having empty stomach, you may suffer from the ulcer also, and that excessive acidity may develop. Pepsin, digestive enzyme, is there inside the stomach. Pancreas, it consists of pancreatic juice, and so many processes will be carried out in that. Amylolysis, glycolysis, proteolysis, okay, lipolysis, this all process will be carried out in the pancreas, and it consists of various types of enzymes, that is amylase, maltase, trypsin, peptidase, lipase, these all enzymes are there which is going to break down various types of food materials. Gallbladder generally responsible for the decomposition of your fatty material. Then small intestine that will be responsible for the intestinal fluid, that is glycolysis process will be carried out. Okay children. Same thing is given here. Here the pH is mentioned. For competitive purpose it is very important. Just you can go through with this particular table. Saliva, the pH is 7 to 8, as well as for your exam purpose also it is very important. Sometimes it may ask. Then the name of enzyme is amylase. Function, breakdown of the starch into maltose. Gastric juices, it is present in stomach, responsible for the breakdown of protein into polypeptides. Then pancreatic juices, it is the site of small intestine and pH is your 8. It consists of enzymes trypsin, lipase and amylase. Process, decomposition of protein, certain carbohydrates and sugar. Okay children, next class we will continue about the circulatory system. I hope everybody had understood the digestive system. You can go through in your textbook. This all contents are almost similar from your textbook. Okay, the digestion process. And children, this diagram is given in your textbook. Okay, this digestive gland, this diagram. This type of diagram is given in your textbook. So you can draw in your copy. Okay. Okay children, just take care. Thank you.